Welcome, Empire fans, to Tuesday's Football Check-In podcast. I'm Mean Gene. Along with me today is Eddie the Dream Deemer and Poop. Well, actually, Rob.
Got me on that one.
Yeah.
What's Poop doing here?
Yeah.
No wonder it smells in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ron the barbershop cutter is over here on the couch. He fell asleep drinking a Yoo-Hoo.
Yeah. Bowling ball in his lap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. He was just filling it up a little bit.
This week we're going to be talking about Wheelersburg football and the upcoming football season and try to keep the fans informed throughout the week and get them excited. This week they play Russell in the Jamboree game. And if you can go back one episode, you'll be able to listen to Coach Rob Woodward's thoughts. And Eddie Deemer, the announcer, is in the house. Eddie, what do you think about the upcoming season for Wheelersburg High School?
Well, it seems like they brought just about everybody back, added some new people.
Very insightful.
Yeah.
They got some people through the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Ironton's water boy,
All those Koreans
And,
that came in. Yeah.
Memphord's grass painter. But no, they've went 2 2 seasons in a row, and but they definitely beefed up the schedule. So I think I listened to what Coach Woodward said the other day when he was talking to him, and I think that was the main thing they were doing is they shoot for 10-0, but you wouldn't mind being 9-1 and getting past that regional game. So
I agree. And Rob, your Buccaneers are in the playoffs, 2-8, back door.
Yeah.
they went through the basement.
They went to the basement,
Crawled
crawled out
through
of
the
the cellar. And
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. Actually, we thought, our last game we were looking at, when to get in or losing, we'd go home. But, it's one of those situations where there's a half a dozen things to a dozen things that had to happen for us to get in, but they all happened. And so we're fortunate enough to get in with the 6th seed, and we're headed to Bloomington. That'll be the same night as the Pirates play the Tigers. So I won't be in attendance or on the air that night, but somebody will be.
somebody with two nipples will be. We
Yeah.
know that for sure.
Possibly three. At
Maybe.
least 2 nipples.
Yeah, we'll see. And podcast tonight is brought to you by Deemer's Chicken. We've eaten about 4 or 5 pieces so far. If you want to go get yourself some chicken, you go down to Deemer's.
You're probably going to have to wait till tomorrow.
It's all
Probably
out
not.
tonight. Be in there tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Wheelersburg does bring another high-powered offense, and I think I talked to Coach May, and he believes that skill-wise they'll be really good. He thinks that the line needs a little bit more work, but that's probably with about every team, I'd say, so far.
Yeah, and Coach May is the new offensive coordinator, right?
Yeah, he took over Caskey. Caskey actually is the wide receiver coach now,
Is he? Okay.
just the tight end coach.
Just a tight end wide receiver.
Yeah. Just for blocking purposes.
I
He just coaches the block.
I got you. Yeah.
And also the who else? Some of the seniors here. This Nick Parsley, Nick McNugget will be there.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the returning nicknames we've had.
Yeah, Nick Nugget will be there. Nick Nugget is
Hey, did he work at McDonald's this summer?
I think so. Yeah, all the Parsleys have to work an internship on the fries.
I see, yeah. Because
And,
I never see him.
and they have to
must
mix-
be right in that in between the drive-through windows.
They have to learn how to mix the special sauce too. Nick Nugget is a 6'1", 215 pounder. Also coming back is Alex George. He's a senior, 6'1", 195. Luke May, 5'7", 200 pounder. Caleb Verricelli is a senior. That will see some time. C.J. Hall, that's Sam Hall's younger brother. He's going to be a 6', 215 pound lineman. That can't be right. I'm 6', 225.
How big is
I'm
he?
bigger. 6', 215.
That's pretty big.
Man.
Yeah, that's beast mode. Remember, they tell kids to eat healthy nowadays, so you don't have the big
That's
ones.
true.
When you
There you
ask
go.
for a supersized Coke, you get a medium.
Yeah.
I want the small coat.
Things are
Eli Ruby, a 5'9", 190 senior, will be playing his final year. Dominic Reyes, 5'6", 150 running back. Mac Dyer, 6'2",
Dominic
180.
Reyes, that's the fan.
the fam.
The fam,
He's
yeah.
been He's been around for a while. It seems like. Did he get held back like in the?
6-year?
He was held back in 8th grade, his junior year.
Okay, I got you.
And then Cameron Howard, that's Jordan's brother, 5'8", 165-pounder. And who else? I'm thinking of Carmichael.
Got Tanner Holden, Trey Carter,
Tanner Holden.
Cole
well,
Lowry.
Butter.
Well, I'm trying to think of seniors here. Xander
Cole
Carmichael, 6'2", 220. Cole Lowry, of course.
Old school.
Old school.
Old school Carmichael.
Josh Hendo Henderson. That's what was his brother nickname.
The Bendo Bomber.
The Bend Over Bomber.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
Does Everett Hatfield still play?
Everett Hatfield's been on the team for quite a while. He began a football club there.
He's been in his senior year for what now?
25 years.
40 something, I'd say. Yeah, because I've been there 25.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm on my 26th prom this year.
Who you taking this year?
Probably Ruthie.
Is it true that you've been the king 6 out of the last 7 years?
No, that's stuff.
That's what? Speak the King's English, man. Oh, gosh.
That's what chicken does to you.
Stupid chicken.
Yep. Where were we?
Prom king.
Prom King.
Oh, yeah.
You weren't voted in Prom King.
No, that was on Topics, and that was just a rumor. It was not true. I was not prom. They didn't even have a prom king.
Yeah, they didn't they?
No, there's just a queen.
You were
It's
voted.
been my date the last 25 years, but that's only because I'm a bully.
Read the votes.
So it's that's pretty much all we got for as far as Williamsburg football. There's really not much to report.
What about the schedule?
The schedule, first home game will be
Week 2.
with Fairland coming in after the Ironton opener.
And they head to Heath in week 3, which is about, what, 2.5 hours?
Heath Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I know a guy from Heath.
the fighting Urban Myers come down in week 4.
Yeah. Columbus Watterson.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
You got Urban Myers?
Son's a senior, I believe, at quarterback. Then we head to Jackson to see the new scoreboard.
I'm
And
coming
then,
out of the booth for that one.
And then
To see
Oak
the
Hill.
new scoreboard.
And then we start with SOC play, which I believe is Waverly. And then Minford, Valley, and West.
So Waverly looks probably decent this year, right?
Yeah,
Probably.
they lost, I think, maybe
They got their quarterback back. He's pretty
quarterback
good.
back and a couple of linemen.
So Wheelersburg returns the Southeast District Player of the Year, right?
Schmack Dyer.
Smack Dyer.
Speaking of that, there was a topic on South Indiana Preps about who has the best stadium. If you were to rank the stadiums, how would you rank them?
Wow. Stadiums in southeastern Ohio?
Yeah, you can go. We'll go Lawrence County, Sauter County. How about that?
Okay. All right.
So
well,
Jackson's out of it.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I would put Jackson in
we'll
that
put
mix,
Lawrence
but-
County, Pike County, Sauter County. How about that?
I still don't think Jackson's in Pike County.
What's it, Jackson County?
I don't know what are they.
Vinton County?
No, Jackson County.
We'll leave Jackson out of it.
Okay, Jackson, you're out.
Yeah, you're out. Well, they weren't going to make it anyway.
Right.
That's too old. I think it's close. It's really close, but historically and now them adding a new surface, I think Ironton's got to be up there as one of the top ones. But in my opinion, far above and beyond all, it's Wheelersburg, just because of the way of the setting. Sets up, built kind of into the side of the hill, then the story behind it, and then just the amazing view of the Ohio Valley from the home side. And just the way it's filled every Friday night adds to that. I think it's Berg.
I'd go, if I was going to put a top 10 list or top 10, you could go Portsmouth, Valley, Berg, 1, 2, 3, mix them up. I cannot go with Ironton. The tradition's there, I get it, and the old stadium look, but the visitor side needs upgrade. They need upgrade on their announcing the
press box.
the speakers, the press box, things like that. If they would do that, I think it would be turning sweet because the new surface is pretty sweet.
New surface is sweet. Having the roof over their heads is pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome.
I think that's the thing that if I would put Ironton on the list at all, it would be because of the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like Portsmouth Stadium actually better than Ironton's. I don't know why. I think it's because it's like right in the middle of town kind of thing. You know what I mean? You can kind of see everything.
It is
Right.
pretty nice.
I used to like Valleys, but now it's. I mean, I like things about Valleys,
Yeah.
but
Like the wall. I like
the
having the
wall.
wall around.
I like it being inside.
West's got a track, right?
Yeah.
West is the
That's-
worst.
that's
I'm putting
the-
it at the bottom.
Bottom.
I don't know why anybody would ever.
It's the worst
I don't
atmosphere.
even care if it's for like, well, we're saving money. Then don't save money.
Right. Yeah.
'Cause, you know what I mean? If I wanted to set that far away, I'd be better off sitting at Raven Rock and watching the games.
You could
true,
set
and
a
save you
track
some money.
anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Oak Hills, I wasn't a big fan of it, really, truthfully, either.
Oak Hill's not a bad place. It's
no,
not
it's
as
not
bad,
bad,
as
but
West.
I don't know. I guess I go most of mine. You know, like see places like Minford are out because you got grass. So nowadays you're instantly out
Yeah.
for the most part.
Right. Yeah.
Um,
it's over.
Yeah.
But like I go for atmosphere. You know,
Berg, I think Berg's number one in atmosphere.
Atmosphere,
I think you can't beat
I
that.
think it is too. I think that there's so much going on, no matter what it is, that even back in the day when Ironton was Ironton, that was the edge we had. It was
Right.
you know, if we was going to Ironton, we were done. I mean,
Yeah.
we were done.
Yeah.
But if we had them at home,
Yeah,
maybe,
a little bit.
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Right.
But like you know, everywhere we go, I mean, you look up and down. You know, we went to Fairlawn last year. It was abysmal.
Yeah, they got an upgrader.
They need to bulldoze it and start from scratch.
Yeah. Yeah. Be better off playing.
you know,
on the riverbank.
Waverly's is definitely getting better.
It's
It
okay.
used to be bad, but now they got it's getting better, and I think it could be nice.
I tell you one that hasn't been seen and it redid was the Zane Trace Chillicothe. They just put the
Yep.
turf down. It's extremely nice.
I know we've
Best-
never played there, but I drive by it a lot. Chesapeake's doesn't look bad
Chesapeake's okay
for
for a little yeah.
Yeah.
And Rock Hill's got a pretty nice place too.
Rock Hill's got a nice place. Yeah. It's
They
just
have
hard
a
to
wide-
beat the
the-
whole combination.
That's
of
the
lot.
thing is like you got Rock Hill. Rock Hill Stadium's bigger than ours.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they got turf.
More
so
seating,
That's scrap.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I can't remember what their sound system sounds like, but the thing is if you went if I stuck you there and closed your eyes, okay, or I stuck you in a Williamsburg game and closed your eyes, the feeling you get would be totally different.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's
The
why
one thing I do miss about Wheelersburg is the
Running
players
games.
coming out in it.
I hate that. I know that the locker room they have is nice and it looks awesome down there, but I feel bad for the kids that never got to do that.
I know.
That was the
Pretty
funnest thing. When my senior year, we sucked. We were 5-5, but man, it was still fun to earn money.
I guarantee it.
I mean, that
Yeah.
was,
That makes a huge difference in the whole experience. That's just the way it is. You're not going to be able to do that now.
and the thing
Unless
is, I don't know if
you've
you
done
guys ever do it or not. When I'm sitting in the press box, especially, it's not as big like when we play like an Ironton or Portsmouth because we're kind of used to it. But like when Jackson came down here for the first time, and like when Bishop Watterson comes down here for the first time, and all that kind of stuff, it's fun to watch a team that's never been there
Yeah.
the first
Come
time.
off that bus and walk down the hill.
Because they
Right.
walk down the hill and they're kind of like, oh, it's pretty nice. And then they do their warm ups and everything. It's just kind of calm, chill, nothing crazy happens. And then I love when we let them run out first and they're all excited.
Yeah.
And then it's just like someone flips a switch and it's on.
Right.
And
It
as soon
is.
as it's on, you can watch. You can even when we play Ironton Portsmouth, you can look across the field and you can pick out the kids that are done. They're done.
They're just all shot.
Yeah, they're literally like
Yeah.
standing there, and they watch them run out, and everything happens, and you can tell that for the first quarter, that kid is lost.
Right. I mean, and that's part of the experience Wheelersburg football brings. I mean, I think that's why I love it, why I stick around as long as I have, and tried to be a part of it for a long, long time. Is just what it can do for a kid as far as the experience of football, and it goes beyond just playing good football. It goes into almost a theater class
Yeah.
type of deal where they're local celebrities
Yeah,
that are playing football.
and it's definitely a different. Which I can't remember the last time we didn't score. It might have happened last year, but I don't remember that we didn't score first in a game. But I feel like when we score first, and the crowd gets into it, and we start jamming music, and it gets real loud, I feel like a lot of teams early, like they pack it in.
Yeah,
A lot of
I'm thinking we'll have a good turnout for the Watterson game,
Oh yeah.
just because of the thing. But and then in 2 years we got to take on Hartley's, the Williamsburg Pirates do. So, that's one thing Woodward stressed, that he wants to put the Pirates in stressful situations against quality opponents, and he's right. You can't tell who's going to be good, who's not going to be good when
Exactly.
you schedule. But
But
the
if
hope is to beef it up and try to get more Division 4, Division 3 teams.
I mean, there's a lot of teams around here that, and I'm not taking away anything what we've done in the last 3 years because they've done great. I couldn't complain at all. But I see where coach is coming from as, yeah, we're winning the SOC and we're going undefeated and we're getting the regional. But there's like almost like a wall, and the only way to get over that wall is to keep playing. You got to unfortunately get rid of the Fairlands and the Northwest and the team.
And the thing about it is I'm hoping that this area grows back.
Yeah, that's what we were just talking about before we even
We
started.
need- it needs to be started.
Regardless, we think we're going to beat Ironton come next Friday. Something crazy happens and we don't, and kudos to them. But it's got to the point, we don't play Portsmouth anymore because it kind of got not competitive. Ironton's not been really competitive, and Minford's been down for a little while. West is kind of borderline. Waverly finally made their rise. But
And I think these teams are coming back.
they are. Waverly's on the way back. I think West is. The bad thing about West is
West is always going to be 1 out of 4.
1 out of 4. And the thing is it doesn't matter if they're 4 and 6 or 8 and 2. They're going to play you regardless. So that don't matter. But
Same way with the Ironton team. Ironton, when they're down, they're still going to play hard.
they're going to play hard. I would love to see Portsmouth get it back together and get them back on the schedule now.
They look pretty good in the OVC.
Here's what I think has to happen is I think you need to go into Wheelersburg and dissolve that team and spread those kids out, and then everything's equal again. And,
This
and
chicken is delicious.
And then instead of everybody looking terrible, everybody looks good again.
I got
Because
you.
right now the Berg is
Did you
making
ever think of this,
everybody
though?
look like crap.
Have you ever thought about this? Could you imagine if we was like Kentucky, West Virginia, and had a county school? How good Scioto County would be?
Oh, my God.
Oh my.
Well, we would beat
Yeah.
Division I for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
But could you think of all the good athletes year after year that you see, and you put them all on one team, and you were called the Scioto County whatever?
Suckers.
SOC suckers?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
I don't know.
Yeah. Where would we play?
Willersburg.
Okay.
Well, they'd still have 8 of our 11 kids starting, but I'm just saying.
Right.
We'd have the best backups in the world.
The only reason the other 3 would be starting is because of some rule.
Yeah.
Oh, it's SAA rule.
Yeah, you got to have 3 kids outside of Porter Township on your squad.
So we got a kicker from Webster, and
The competitive balance put Williamsburg at the very top end of Division 5 as far as numbers, but they still fit into Division 5. But gone is Bishop Hartley,
Yep.
and what surprisingly is Coldwater, the nemesis of Division 5, is now gone in Division
Right.
6, which makes no sense or
Yeah.
whatever. Power to them, but which gives Williamsburg a mental advantage.
yeah, I looked at the
A
region.
mental advantage.
I looked at the region, and like I said, you don't know because like one year Zane Trace went 10-0.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they went back to 3-7, so you don't really know who's going to be good. But there's nobody out there that you look at and think, oh crap.
A perennial powerhouse.
Yeah, like you don't look and think Coldwater and go, ugh.
The only perennial powerhouses in there is probably Johnstown and Ironton, and those two will probably make the playoffs. And Portsmouth might even sneak in there this year.
I'm telling you, I've already had the dream.
What's the dream?
We will play Portsmouth in the playoffs. It's going to happen.
That would be pretty amazing.
It will happen.
Well, they didn't schedule.
I've talked to Trojan Dave. He said it's a nightmare, but he said it's gonna happen.
Would they quit? I mean, would they forfeit?
I think they would call up to Shaw and see if they could get it rescheduled.
See
Have a
if they could
basketball
play
For
like
next year?
Sims Valley instead, or River Valley, or
game.
something.
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't blame them. We could go play Cape. 1985 Cape.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Carlos Snow.
Snow.
It won't snow in the Berg, they said.
It did.
It did.
I think that was the funniest quote came from Artie Perkins when he said he's going to be going to real defense. And I think it was the second play, snow ran right over him,
Yeah.
flattening.
Yeah, ended up with 85 stitches on his pinky.
That's a lot of stitches.
I remember
Yeah.
my junior year we played. I forget what team it was, Columbus Academy or something like that. And they had the Sean Wynn, And
Yeah, I
he was
remember.
coming in here with a bum leg. They didn't know if he was going to play. And he rushed for like 383 yards.
Yeah. You guys almost won the game.
But
didn't
we
you?
almost won the game.
Yeah.
Right.
But all they really had to do was hand it off to him. He was gone.
Yeah, they didn't say it was his third leg
Yeah.
coming in that was injured.
No. That middle leg gives you fits sometimes.
Yeah, especially when you're on crutches.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes people can use it as a crutch.
I know. Yeah,
Not me, though.
not me.
But that's that's kind of like a little highlight of what Wheelersburg has. Obviously, we have no idea what they got because we've not seen anything yet. We're just going on what they had last year.
They practice in a dome.
They do practice in a dome.
Yep. And it floats.
So it'll be interesting. They'll probably get a little better feel after Friday. Jamboree game, come up there and watch the Pirates take on Russell, Kentucky, and Jamboree. And Jamboree games are the thing of the future, apparently, because everybody I know of are playing.
Well,
West is at Ironton. Fairland and Memphis are getting together and playing.
Northwest plays somebody.
I think
That's
it's
who it is. Somebody. The somebody.
I think it's a
University of
honky-tonk
somebody.
conspiracy. They've got a big excess of banjos, and they're trying to get them sold.
Yeah.
And they can't make them anymore, and people are just stuck with them.
So it kind of gets you a little more excited than just a regular scrimmage. Wheelersburg went and took on Chillicothe last week in a scrimmage Saturday, and they came out 3-1. But
Whatever that means.
But they played a lot of down and distances. A lot of 10 plays
Right.
and switched. So that wasn't truly like a game atmospherically.
So I mean, how can you make a preseason football game better? Put a banjo in it. I mean,
That's what I say. I
I
think Radar will be leading that band after he douses the burgers with lighter fluid.
Yeah, we're going to talk to him this year about putting the lighter fluid on the charcoal, not on the burger.
It's a little. He's got to let that cook off a little bit.
Yeah,
It's pungent.
yeah.
Bubba burgers are good when they don't have the smell of gasoline taste on them. So
Right, you don't mix mustard with the lighter fluid.
No.
or-
I looked down at
Diesel.
Radar one time, was just pouring it on. He looked like he's peeing on it with that
Oh,
lighter
yeah.
fluid, and it was singeing his eyebrows.
Face was all black and
Oh, my God.
yellow.
He looked up at me with just these two white eyes coming from a black face.
Man, and then he went right up into the bleachers and sat in his seasoned spot right there.
Did
Yeah.
left the burgers burning.
He had a burger
For
in both
both-
hands. Yeah, and a big pop in the front middle pocket.
I think it was pop. So, anyways,
Hey, Ron!
Ron's still asleep.
Wake up, man. You're going to be late. I got a hair appointment.
So, moving on from high school football to college football. College football, the Ohio State Buckeyes will take on who on the first round?
Indiana.
They're going to open up on a Thursday night in a Big Ten game
Wow.
at Indiana Hoosiers.
Which is like Ohio State's second home, from what I've been told.
Right, yeah. Bob Knight, of course, the head
We'll
coach
be head
there.
coaching that football.
Yeah. He's got 2 chairs from what I hear.
Yeah.
Who's the point guard for
Who will
Ohio
be the quarterback for Ohio State?
Barrett?
Cardell
State?
Jones?
JT Barrett in his 10th season.
I thought Cardell Jones is still there.
No,
Yeah,
he's
he
in the
got
NFL.
drafted 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. What about the guy from Athens? I heard he was
He's
doing
still
pretty
there.
good. Is he the backup?
I think he's the backup. Well,
I don't know. There's a couple backups to the backup.
JT Barrett, huh?
JT Barrett versus an incoming freshman, I believe.
Oh,
I
boy.
don't think anybody else that was on the roster last year's in competition with JT.
we stole Indiana's head coach and made him our offensive coordinator.
Correct. And they've been putting up pretty good numbers the last few years, so that's good. That's kind of a match for what Ohio State wants to do. It's that style of offense, a heavy running offense, but spreading it out.
See, I think that's what Wheelersburg will do better this year. When they go into a run, not the zone read as much as just getting in,
Line up and run the ball.
get into a power, offset eyes, pistol look, and let Carmichael get in there and bang some heads. But
We are running some full house 2 types from what I hear, and unbalanced center over, double wide receiver middle,
yeah,
and
I can
we're
see
running
that.
the split guard quite a bit.
Uh,
the 90 series.
yeah.
Yeah.
Can you slow down so some of the other coaches can pick up on that?
Oh yeah, they'll take notes and read on
For
it.
Ironton, that's quick pitch left,
Yeah, they'll run
Yeah.
a quick pitch, double tackle. They'll actually pull both tackles.
pull both tackles.
Both
and you-
right tackles.
And your center gets on his belly and does some kind of watermelon crawl.
Yeah.
No, the guard is actually the tight end. They got center and everybody else, and then the tight end's beside where the guard normally.
Right.
And he's eligible receiver, right? As long as he has the
He's
number 80.
eligible. Yes.
He has to have number 80 though.
He has to have number 80, and the wide receiver's the one actually doing the snapping on the
Yeah,
play.
I heard about that.
The center's going to be probably running the ball if they pump to it. Who's playing linebacker this year?
Carmichael and Dom, I guess. I don't know.
Dom.
Even in our Dom and old school.
That's
And then you also got Cooper in there.
Yeah.
He's back.
Cooper. Yeah.
And then you got, what's his name starts too, doesn't he?
What's his name? I've heard of him.
George? What's he playing in?
Alex George.
He's
He's probably
probably-
an end. Yeah.
Probably defensive end, yeah.
End. Yeah. That's a
And
good
his
returning defense.
who's your safeties?
Well, get this.
Tanner
I've
Holden.
heard Tanner Holden wants to play some defense.
How do you
They
throw
say-
on the top of that?
You don't.
Yeah. Why wouldn't he be a safety? Yeah.
Free
or a
safety.
Corner. Or a corner.
Man.
And then Mekhi Matthews, a sophomore, that said he's doing really well. He might be in the mix. Of course, Bryson Keeney's the headhunter. And then Dominic Reyes probably might get in there and get some mix.
Did our kicker graduate?
Yeah, but Jalen Miller is good.
Oh, that's
Jalen Miller's good.
He's
Yeah.
good. Good kicker.
He kicked last season when
That's right.
when the last kicker was hurt.
Yeah. That
When
guy.
kids graduate, we forget their names.
We don't care about him.
Yeah, we don't care about them anymore.
They're at McDonald's now. Give me a
Right.
burger.
Yeah, they were famous when they were pirates. Now they're just
They're like us.
people. Yeah, they're just like us, wearing St. Louis Cardinals.
Hey, this comes from
shirts.
Goodwill.
Hey, I don't care where it came from. It's Cardinals.
I don't even think it's St. Louis. I think it's Louisville.
It's good.
It's Louisville Slugger, Louisville baseball.
So, any other things we can discuss? Anybody want to update their fantasy lead now that Ezekiel Elliott has been dismissed from the team
Which is a bunch of crap.
for
He got
beating on
kicked
somebody?
off? Oh, he got suspended for 6 games, right?
Yeah, but there was a punter from St. Louis 2 years ago who talked about beating his wife for 20 years and they gave him a game.
Wow. So is it because Zeke's from Ohio State? Is that why they?
And he plays for Dallas. It's like
Yeah.
a double whammy.
True.
I think Goodell likes Alabama,
He does.
so that's why he's salty.
He likes the SEC.
I like the
Definitely.
SEC.
Most people who like the SEC aren't really fans. They're just kind of like, I'll ride on whoever's good this year.
I watched Callan Coward, I think his name is. He was talking about the reign of the SEC's done because for the first time ever in week 1, they're only favored in 1 game.
Who's that?
Alabama.
Alabama is the SEC. There is no other team.
And that's what he said. He said the SEC is Alabama.
Yeah.
He said, Georgia's no good. Tennessee's not going to be any good.
But if you think about it, the Big Ten, is pretty much the Buckeyes.
It's true.
They are the representation.
Penn State's gotten better.
Penn State-
Michigan has to.
Michigan will always suck, but they have gotten better.
Yeah. And then you know what else he said? And I never thought about this. He's talking about how people love Notre Dame. I don't hate Notre Dame. But he was talking about how everybody keeps them up here as like a top 10 program. And he went back the last 20 years, and they averaged 7 wins a year. And Wisconsin, out of the Big Ten, averages 9.
Yeah.
So he's like Notre Dame understand that you not only are not Ohio State, you're not Florida State, and you're not Alabama, you're not even Wisconsin.
Right. They're a middle of the road team, is what they are. You know what I mean? If you were playing NCAA 13 on Xbox 360, and you were trying to
Wisconsin's-
design that team, you'd pick middle of the road as your stop.
Wisconsin's kind of like the Cincinnati Bengals of the NFL. They're really good until they have to be.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They'll beat like Illinois 72-0 and hold them to -5 yards, and then next week they'll go to Ohio State and score
And lose
10
35
points.
to 10.
Yeah.
Ohio State's the opposite. They'll barely beat Indiana.
Yeah.
They'll come back in
They'll
triple
beat
overtime.
Idaho by 1 because of a botched kick.
Yeah.
And then they'll play Alabama and beat them by 50.
Right. They'll play Oklahoma, beat them 35-7. The following week, Marshall, they have to go to triple overtime and kick a 80-yard field goal
Yeah.
backwards with skates on. And they do it. All right. I think
30 minutes in here, fellas. I think that's a good podcast.
Who are we sponsored by tonight? Definitely Deemer's Chicken. I mean, we've been eating it the entire time.
Yoo-hoo and Ron Barber.
We're on the bar.
There's hair everywhere.
Hair, yeah. Yeah,
Everywhere.
I just got my hair
And there's
cut.
Ron the Barber.
Right.
Ron Barber is hairy
He's
In
cutting
certain
his own
places.
hair while he sleeps.
in certain
There
places.
went Rex Pyle in his Model T.
Oh my God, I heard it. I heard it go by. It's a steam engine.
Yeah, that's his gas.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got perfect
It
hair.
runs off Rex 93.
All right, well, that's our Tuesday's Football Chicken podcast. Check us out Friday night when Williamsburg Pirates take on the Russell Red Devils in the first Jamboree game.
Go to Misty's and get a milkshake and
And a
tell
footer.
them that Eddie Deemer sent you. Get a footer with no onions.
The
And-
footer is actually made out of the chicken that Eddie doesn't use.
Actually, you can go there and get the Ron Blankenship special,
Yeah.
which is a footer with no sauce or hot dog. It's just got onions on it.
Awesome.
Sauce and onion,
Just onions.
Just onion.
onion and bun.
You gotta hold the
Yeah.
sauce and the wiener.
Wow.
Ron always holds his wiener.
I like to get it with no bun myself. That's my favorite style. But it's just a.
I've never
It's just
had
a
a
hot
footer
wiener.
without a bun, but I'm going to try it.
it is.
Just
It's
slap
just
the hot wiener on your hand
It's not a dog. It's just a wiener.
and just pour the sauce on the wiener and just hit it with your hand. That would be sweet.
I got several selfies of it.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to ask Misty's Cone Shop to go down and put a foot long wiener on my hand, throw some sauce on it without the bun. I want to see what their reaction is, especially through the drive-through. Gosh, that would hold up the
I
drive-through for a
guarantee
while.
you she writes it down, goes to make it, and comes back.
Yeah, I guarantee
You want
it. She'll ask for help, and then they'll call somebody and be like, "Hey, this guy just ordered a hot dog with no bun.
Yeah.
Do we sell those?"
Yeah.
And they'll be
Can you put it in a
you
bowl?
You had 50 cents.
Do you want it in a bowl? No, on my hand.
Yeah. You got a stick, anything, shove through it.
No, don't want any of that. Just put the wiener on my hand, throw some sauce, cheese, onion, mustard, ketchup, the whole works.
Right.
I got time.
Give me a chocolate shake. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, tip well every time. Why are you wasting your time? Let's
Yes,
go.
right.
All right, so go to Misty's. Go to Ridge Mini Mart.
Yep.
Their
your
chicken's not as good as Deemer's, but their pizza's
The
pretty
pizza's
good.
amazing.
Yeah.
They do have good pizza. And check us out. Rob Willard will be on the podcast along with somebody this Friday night when Russell comes to the Townland Jamboree game. BurgFan.com. We're out.
Peace.